Tell me how you found out that your ex-spouse was cheating on you. I'll go first. So mine was working out of the country, and one time when he came back for some R&R, which was supposed to be 2 weeks, he was acting super weird. So then he ends up leaving back a week early and then sends me a text saying, "Hey, I don't want to talk to you for an entire week. I'm not going to answer your phone calls, blah, 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 because I want to make sure that if marriage is really what I want." So I was like, okay. So then completely ghosted. And then I even tried to look on the credit card, but the password was changed. So then I called the number on the back of the card. And since I'm an authorized user, they told me the recent charges, which were hotels, bars, restaurants. So then I messaged him saying, "Hey, I know what you're doing." And he said, "When I come back, I'll decide if we stay married." And I said, "That's not how this works. We're getting a divorce." Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of Tell Me How You Found Out Your Ex-Spouse Was Cheating on You. I'm so sorry I left you guys hanging. I didn't realize that I was going to get that many views and that so many of you would be interested and participate in the conversation. So basically, a lot of the charges also too were for a lingerie store and a jewelry store. And it was a few weeks before what would have been our anniversary as well as Mother's Day. And none of those gifts were received by myself. So I got this story that, that he's been seeing some girl, they've been staying in a hotel together, but nothing's been happening. So I moved forward with the divorce process. I moved my son and I from the big city to a small city, from a big house to a 1-bedroom in my parents' house. And all that I took from that home was my son's crib and his dresser. I really just wanted to start fresh, just start new and close that chapter. Tell me how you found out that your ex-spouse was cheating on you.
What is the craziest way you guys found out that somebody was cheating on you?
My turn. To preface, I am not throwing shade because me and him are still cool. But we were on and off for like 5 years. And he had cheated on me previously. Because I'm a fucking idiot. But it was my little brother's confirmation day. And I was getting ready to go to church. And the only thing I could think about is this one girl that kept commenting on his pictures. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to DM her. What is the worst that can happen? She told me that they had been together for like 7 months. And then she was like, wait, let me DM this other girl that I keep seeing under his pictures. So she DM'd her, who I also knew as being the homegirl. And they were together for almost a year. And then we found out that he had 14 or 15 other girls that he was talking to.
What is the craziest way you guys found out that somebody was cheating on you?
Oh, this is a good one. When I was about 19 years old, I was dating a girl who was also 19, and we had been dating for 2 or 3 years and decided to get an apartment together. So we move into this apartment, and she's adamant she's going to be the only one on the lease. It's fine with me. We're not married. We shouldn't have a joint lease anyway. I get home from work one day, and I see her dad's best friend, who's about 57 years old, leaving our apartment. And I asked her why he was there. She said he was just dropping something off for her dad. Oh, that's fine. Didn't think anything of it until I came across the lease and realized the apartment was in his name and he was paying for this lease so that he could fuck my girlfriend. Because he couldn't fuck his best friend's daughter at his best friend's house. So he paid for her to get an apartment to fuck my girlfriend.
What is the craziest way you guys found out that somebody was cheating on you?
Okay, so when I was in high school, I was dating this guy. And when I was a senior, I had a baby with him, and we moved from Wyoming to New Hampshire. And there was always this girl, he's like, it's my best friend, you have nothing to worry about. Okay, whatever, I'm not crazy. So then we moved to New Hampshire, and then we've been there for a while, and my friends from Wyoming are like, hey, I found your baby daddy on Tinder. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I asked him about it, and he's like, I just have no friends here, I'm just doing it to make friends. And I was like, Tinder's a dating app. Also, you have your settings for Wyoming. What is that about? Plus, his profile picture was of me and him, but he cropped me out of it. And then, fast forward a couple weeks later, he moved to Wyoming, and he started dating that girl he told me not to worry about in high school. That was his best friend.
Oh man, I've been waiting for this one. So we had been fighting a lot. I'll have to go fast. We had been fighting a lot because something was just off. He was acting weird. We were arguing basically every day nonstop. He decided to stay home from work one day. He said that he just wanted to patch things up, blow it over, make up, whatever, stop all the fighting. He's in the shower and his phone goes off. So keep in mind, he should be at work, right? It's his work hours right now. And it's an unsaved number just saying, hey. I text back, who's this? And nothing. So this bitch already knew that my husband should have been at work. And as soon as I said, who's this? She knew not to respond. So then he gets out of the shower. I ask him, who the fuck is this? Of course, he plays dumb with me. He says he has no idea. Okay, roll over to part 2. When I tell you guys I'm pissed, I'm fucking pissed. Let's sidetrack for a minute. I have known my husband since I was 10 years old. I know every ex. I know every friend. I have fought for that man. Cue the clown emoji. For years. Alexa, play That Boy Is Mine. Everybody knows about me. Everybody knows that we are married with children together. So damn right, I was fucking pissed at the other women as well. So I came for everyone. I got a hold of everybody, including the boyfriend of the bitch from Texas. I was also very interested to know what kind of woman sleeps with a married man. But these women aren't talking to me. My ex denied it at first and eventually confessed to sleeping with at least one of them. End of the day, I know it was mostly my husband's fault. I know it. I'm no idiot. I had to let his ass go. So I did. And I've been divorced for 3 years now. So that night, I do more digging because I just can't let shit go. Found out the woman lives in Texas. And they had just been talking. Still felt betrayed. Still was fucking pissed. Next day he goes to work, I pack a quick bag, and I get the fuck out of there. Shit still feels off. Do even more research. I get a hold of Sprint to see if they can give me anything. Text message records, phone records, whatever. Oh, they gave me a lot. Sprint was so nice to let me know every number who he had been texting and calling. Couldn't let me know what they said, but one of those numbers stood out to me. Another fucking ex-girlfriend. And this one, I know for a fucking fact, lives where we live. Go to part 4 for the confrontation. So of course he plays dumb with me and I text back again and still nothing. So then I try to brush it off, but no, it's not me. Save the number to my phone, sync my contacts with Instagram, sync my contacts with Snapchat. And all of a sudden I have some new friends, which are also his ex-girlfriends. So then I text her back. I know that this is you, bitch. You need to text me back right now. Then she messages me back, why do I need to text you back? Maybe because you're fucking my husband? So we fight. We fight and we fight and we fight. This bitch isn't answering my phone calls. She's completely ignoring me. I continued to fight with my husband, but then ended up just playing it cool until he went to work the next day because there was no way he was gonna let me physically leave the house with the kids. Roll over to part 3.
Cheating on your spouse is considered a serious breach of trust and commitment within a relationship and within a marriage. Okay, because I cannot understand why people would just want to throw away good memories, promises, the good times they've had with their partner just because they don't have self-control over themselves. These things can cause deep emotional pain. It can cause betrayal, insecurities for the betrayed partner. It can lead to the feeling of hurt, anger, and loss of trust. It can also have a long-lasting effect on the emotional well-being and mental health of both partners, as well as any children involved in that relationship. So it's just not about the both parties. So please, I would say to everyone, instead of you cheating on your partner, end things with them and take a walk. Just so that no one is heartbroken.
What's the craziest way you guys found out that somebody was cheating on you?
Hi. Yeah, I was 7 months pregnant, and I went to my baby dad's house. Mind you, I was a teen mom, so I was like 17. And I walked in, and he was fucking some girl. And then, that's not even the good part. She looks directly in my eyes and starts sucking his you-know-what. I beat them with a baseball bat. Whoops. And the sad thing about it is, That's happened to me twice. But that was the first time. So I would say it was my craziest way of finding out someone was cheating on me.
What is the craziest way you guys found out that somebody was cheating on?
So I dated this guy for a year and a half, a few years back. So the story is he left his phone in my car and he stepped out with his friend to run an errand down the street or whatever. So he keeps calling his phone. The friend's calling his phone. So I'm thinking he's trying to call me, but he don't have my number because he left his phone. So no, the reality was that he forgot his phone in the car and was calling it, trying to look for it, not knowing that it was in the car with me. So anyways, so he leaves I went to reach over to answer the phone thinking, let me answer. Maybe he's trying to let me know something. And I missed the call, so I unlock it to call him back. So when I call him back, it's open into his messages. The last message he sent was to some girl named Babe. It was not me. So this is going to have to go to part 2. Hold on. Okay, so part 2. So after I see the message or whatever, so I go and I'm like, what the fuck? So I see him walking up to the car. I throw the phone. He walks in the car. He's like, oh, you went through my phone? I was like, no, whatever. It started an argument. I drove off. He's texting me, blowing me up. I'm texting him, leave me alone, blah, blah. And then he ends up telling me, oh, that's why I fucked your cousin. I'm like, the fuck? So at the time we were really close, blah, blah. So little did he know this girl he was with for 9 years and had 2 kids, a boy and a girl with, whatever. This girl, I took the number down to see who it was. Yeah, because I was toxic and crazy. So I called the girl. She's like, what the fuck? She was talking to me. We talked for like an hour, found out all this shit. She used to check up on me to see if I would still fuck with him or talk to him. And little do I know, to this day, they're still together. They're still together. More of the story, don't go to the other bitch and let them know that they're fucking cheating. Let them be stupid and everything.
Tell me about a time you knew your ex was cheating on you. I'll go first. We weren't living together at the time. He lived with another couple, and one day he brought home this like supposed to be sexy camo nightie, and I was like, oh god, no, like that's so ugly. I'm like, I'm not wearing that. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. And so for whatever reason, the next day we weren't spending the night together. I just didn't go over there for the night, and his roommate's boyfriend was not going to be there that night. And so then that night goes on, and you come over the next day and you find her clothes on his bedroom floor, and you walk outside and she was wearing the camo nightie that he gave to me.
Cheating on your partner is harmful, not just to the individual involved, but also to the sanity of your relationship and marriage, and the commitment that is meant to be there for the both of you. It's a betrayal of love and respect that should be the foundation of every healthy and long lasting relationship. So please, everyone, if you feel like the relationship it's not working, if you feel like you can't see a future with that person, tell them, explain things to them, and let them go. Do not cheat on someone who is with you, because it's gonna leave a long lasting effect on them now and probably in the future. So we've come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I'll see you in my next video.